Why did the narcissist choose me? Why did they target me? What qualities do I have that made this toxic person want me in their lives? You might be asking yourself these questions. I certainly did, especially when I was being devalued and I got discarded. There is a lot of good qualities in you, and the narcissist saw this. This is why they chose you. You were the chosen one. If you think about it, being the chosen one for a person, it's almost like a negative thing. You don't want to be the chosen one. You want love to happen naturally. Love is supposed to be about a real connection between two people, and that slowly develops into something serious, into something more real. But when you enter a relationship with a narcissist, none of this applies. You should know by now that relationships with toxic people, people with high narcissistic traits, or full-blown narcissists start really, really fast. You never experienced that type of relationship before, so you probably didn't know what was happening and what was going to happen. So yeah, it's not one single reason why you were the chosen one. So before I go into the topic of today's video, I just wanted to say thank you very much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And all the content that I create for this channel is purely based in my own opinions and experiences. So saying that, what makes a narcissist choose you? In my opinion, there is several reasons why they do this. And if you think that you were chosen because they saw vulnerability in you, yes, that is one of the reasons why they did it. But for a narcissist, because they are so motivated by control and fuel, there are other things that need to fall into place for you to be targeted as the potential significant other, or as many people say, main source of supply. Essentially, what the narcissist saw in you is that you had enough resources and enough benefits that they could take advantage of. As we all know, narcissists cannot connect emotionally with anyone, not even with themselves. So even though at the beginning it might feel that there was love, this was all very tactical and technical. The narcissist knows their game. The narcissists know that they need to get you hooked. They need to get you interested in them. The way they do this is by love bombing you, to put you on a pedestal, because you are a shiny new object and they want you in their lives. So vulnerability is one of the reasons. The residual value that you bring into their lives is way more important than anything else. So to put things into context, I'm going to be talking about my own experience, about my own relationship with my ex, who, as I said in other videos, I believe he has full-blown narcissistic personality disorder. And I'm not diagnosing him. I said this in previous videos. I have experienced 4 years with this person in my life, and I know what I have been through. I don't need a diagnosis to tell me that I was being emotionally abused. So for people that want to put down on the comments that I should have been diagnosing anyone, that is all fair enough. But I think there is value in an experience that you have lived, and this is why I'm making this content. So why do I believe I was chosen by him? The main criteria that I fitted at the time when I met my ex is the fact that I was in a really good place. Maybe not so much emotionally as I believed I was, but everything else in my life was in a really good place. I had a job, I had assets, I was in a very good financial position, I already had children, I was fairly young and still attractive, and this can sound quite narcissistic, I don't mean to be, but yes, I decided that I was ready to date again after a 2-year gap. I decided I was ready to date again after a divorce. I divorced from my ex and I was single for a couple of years. And I thought at the time I was ready to date again. Probably I wasn't, but that's what I believed at the time. So I brought a lot of good things to the table for this narcissist. I was love bombed, but not in the typical grandiose way a narcissist might do. This was more like a passive love bombing. My ex is a vulnerable narcissist or a covert narcissist. And even if I want to put any more labels onto him, I would say that he is a somatic narcissist. And he was never the kind of man that I went for. But after my divorce, I was left in a place where I didn't really know what I wanted. So when I met my ex, I wasn't even ready for a relationship, thinking about it now. But at the time, because I saw so many good qualities in him, I just thought, well, maybe you should just have less prejudices and, go with the flow for a little bit and see what happens. Obviously, he made me feel as something different. He made me feel something special, something that I had not experienced in this way before. And I know now what that was, but at the time I wasn't aware. And I mentioned in previous videos, I didn't know what narcissism was. I was never in a toxic relationship. So I couldn't have forecasted for the shit that came after with that relationship because I had not experienced it before. So in a way, I'm happy that I did experience it, because imagine that this happened to me when I was in my 50s or my 60s, and things would have just been a lot more difficult to deal with. So in a way, I'm grateful that I met him, and I'm grateful I went through all of that to come out on the other side much stronger. So yes, don't think that a narcissist chose you because you were vulnerable and because you were an easy target. That is far from the truth. A lot of narcissists themselves don't even know that they are narcissists, and they just play with people because they are master manipulators. This is what they do. And they have a scan. They can sense and they can smell if you're in a vulnerable place. They mostly want fuel from you and to control you. And when they sense that the control is less and less possible because you're becoming more aware, is when they start devaluing you and discarding you. And don't forget, narcissists get bored so quickly of people. They need constant supply. But if they have engaged in a long-term relationship with you, it's because you have way too many benefits for them to let go of that. Narcissists, as a general rule, are losers. In my opinion, most of them are losers. Their grandiosity don't allow them to see the reality we all live in. So they might look and they might talk like if they were super successful human beings. So they might talk the talk and walk the walk, but essentially deep down, they are broken souls. You have the very aware narcissist, and they know exactly what they're doing and they know exactly how to play people. But most narcissists do not know what they are. They know their behaviors they engage in. They know that they play with people. But because there is so little self-reflection, they will always blame everything on everyone else. So if the relationship starts going shitty, they'll blame you for it. They'll say to you and to everyone around them that the reason why things are going pear-shaped is because of the other person's behavior. It's never because of themselves. They are really exempt of any fault. And to people that know the narcissist, this might sound like absolute bullshit because they do know the narcissist, and especially close friends and family. They'll see a pattern of behavior that always ends up in chaos. So they'll know the narcissist. They might not know them as a narcissist, but they'll know that this person is behaving badly and they have a pattern of destruction. So they might think of them as toxic people. But people close to the narcissist, they'll know the narcissist for what they are. They will try to smear your name. They will try to make you look like the bad cop. But essentially, it's their narcissism dictating how they have to behave to make you feel shitty and to make you look shitty to the rest of the world. So stop overthinking the reasons why you were the chosen one. You were chosen because of the good qualities that you had. It's not because they saw an ugly, vulnerable, broken soul that they could take advantage of. If you think about it, there's nothing to take advantage of from that type of situation. Maybe if you are the secondary or tertiary source of supply for that narcissist, maybe if you are like an affair partner or someone they just want to shag every now and then, they will never make their significant other. They will never make their main partner someone that is worse off than they are. What would be the reason to do so? So yes, you were great. You are still great, and they chose you because of your greatness, not because you were in the pits waiting to be shot and left for dead. They had an agenda, and they knew deep down what they were up to. Obviously, they will never be honest with you and tell you that this was not going to last, that when they took everything that they could for you, they will devalue you and discard you with the intent to getting you back. That has to be said. A narcissist most likely will always want you back. Maybe not to become a long-term partner again, but definitely to gain benefits from you. If you leave the door open, they'll surely come after you again to gain more benefits, to drain the life out of you, and to destroy you even further in the process. So the only way to stop this cycle is by you going no contact. Not just no contact, going absolutely off the grid. If not, they will definitely get back. They will definitely get back with you. There's a really high chance that you will fall back into the narcissist's arms. I did. I definitely did. And if I've known then what I know now, it probably would have been a different story, but I had to go through it to come out of it and tell you my story now here. So please do not put yourself down. You were the chosen one for good reasons. You were the chosen one because of your amazing qualities and your empathy and the fact that you are a caring person and that the narcissist saw in you what they can never see in them. In fact, they make you fall in love with yourself because they mirror you. They became what you are, but because they sucked the life out of you, you became what they are. It's really complicated because I think we mirror each other. And it's really, really toxic, the environment that you are living with when you are in a narcissistic relationship. So on that note, I just wanted to say, if you're still here, thank you for watching. And if you feel that you're gaining anything from these videos, please like and subscribe. I do not offer any services. I only do this because I want to bring more awareness into narcissism and toxic relationships. So until the next video, thank you very much and take care. Bye.